Good day, viewers. Welcome to another edition of the Daily Strange Stories. I'm John Brown. Our lead story for today. 16-year-old girl still missing after taxi carrying learners was swept away by Mthatha floods. Snake made her drown. In the heart of the Eastern Cape, a tragedy unfolded on the 10th of June 2025, a day that will forever be etched in the memories of the people of Mthatha. Relentless rains had been battering the region, causing rivers to swell and bridges to become submerged. It was on this day that a minibus taxi, carrying 13 young learners and 2 adults, attempted to cross the eFata bridge near Mthatha, a decision that would lead to unimaginable heartbreak. The minibus was en route to Chumba Senior Secondary School, a place of learning and hope for the children within. As the vehicle approached the bridge, the driver, familiar with the route, perhaps underestimated the power of the floodwaters. According to Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, COGTA, Minister Velenkosini Kadeeja, the driver had crossed the bridge earlier to collect the children and believed he could cross again, despite the increased water levels.
The children were unfortunate because the driver should have avoided getting into the bridge, seeing that for today is the kind of water I've never seen in this area. Now we can't say more, but that one really should have been avoided.
Eyewitnesses recounted the horror that unfolded as the minibus entered the flooded bridge. The force of the water was overwhelming, and the vehicle was quickly swept away, becoming a helpless vessel in the raging torrent. Inside, the children, their faces etched with terror, clung to each other, their cries for help lost in the roar of the floodwaters. The minibus was carried downstream, a scene of unimaginable anguish playing out before the eyes of those who stood helplessly on the riverbank. They could only watch as the vehicle disappeared beneath the surface, the hopes and dreams of so many young lives seemingly swallowed by the unforgiving waters. In the aftermath of the tragedy, rescue teams and community members worked tirelessly to search for survivors. 3 children were found clinging to trees along the riverbank, exhausted and traumatized, but alive. Their survival offered a glimmer of hope amidst the devastation. However, the search also yielded grim discoveries. The bodies of 6 other children, along with the driver and conductor, were recovered from the wreckage of the minibus. The community mourned the loss of these precious lives, their grief echoing through the valleys and hills of the Eastern Cape. Among the missing was 16-year-old Simbongile Kadeeja Nomntwana. Her family clung to hope that she would be found, their days filled with relentless searching along the riverbanks and in shelters. Her uncle, Mthatha, expressed the family's desperate desire for closure, saying they just wanted to find her remains so they could bring her home and lay her to rest. As the search continued, a harrowing detail emerged, a story of unimaginable fear and desperation. According to Basic Education Minister Simbongile Kadeeja, one of the pupils had managed to escape the sinking minibus and find refuge in a tree along the riverbank. For a while, she held on, battling the elements and the rising water levels. But then, a new terror presented itself. A snake appeared, slithering towards her through the floodwaters. Overcome with fear, the girl let go of the branch she was clinging to and was swept away by the current. Her body has not yet been recovered.
As soon as the disaster team came, they rescued those 3 people, but earlier on there were 4 people, and one of them, she tried to tell the onlookers. We were there, we witnessed her calling us, telling us that she is seeing a snake, and then she let go of the tree and she was swept away. We witnessed her, we saw her being swept away.
The story of the snake has added another layer of tragedy to this already devastating event. It speaks to the unpredictable and merciless nature of the disaster, where even escape from the initial peril could not guarantee survival. Simbongile's father, Mthatha, recalled the last time he saw his daughter. He had left bus fare for her, despite his reservations about her going to school in such heavy rain. Later that morning, Simbongile messaged him, saying there was an issue by the bridge and asking for his help. By the time he reached the bridge, the minibus had already been washed away.
These parents are broken. They are utterly broken because a lot of their children are incredibly young. And I think it also was very emotional for them seeing one of the children that survived the crash. She was one of the 3 that survived. She's here. But also I think what their MEC has emphasized today is the need for social workers that are here, because it's not just about the learners, it's about these families. These families are thoroughly broken and they are grieving.
The floods have claimed the lives of at least 88 people in the Eastern Cape. The disaster has prompted widespread calls for government intervention and support for the affected communities. The Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, has written an urgent letter requesting the declaration of a national state of disaster. Search and rescue teams, including the Gift of the Givers Foundation, continue to work tirelessly to recover the missing.
Good morning. So today we're gonna start here at the bridge of the correctional services. Going down the stream, we're gonna even pass Mthatha town towards the waterfalls if possible. It will only depend with the sun. If we still have that time for us to continue, then we'll do so.
Ahmed Bem, head of the search and rescue team at the foundation, praised the community's resilience and compassion in the face of such adversity.
When we were hovering around the area, the same area we found the 2 bodies yesterday, we did see a possible hat sticking out. We then landed the chopper, we sent in our rescue diver, and he confirmed that we found it's a body. So it's a male body that we've recovered. We're just awaiting forensics now, just to take photos, and then we'll hand over to forensic pathology services, and then we'll be back onto the heli. We're going to be circling the Mthatha Dam as well again. We're bringing in a K9 unit now, just to sniff around these areas, because as you recall yesterday when you were here as well, this is where we recovered 2 of the other bodies.
The Eastern Cape provincial government has announced that it will hold a provincial day of mourning on the 19th of June 2025 in Dekalini village to honor those who lost their lives in the floods. The day will be a time for reflection, remembrance, and solidarity as the community begins the long process of healing. In the wake of the tragedy, questions have been raised about the safety of infrastructure and the preparedness of communities for natural disasters. The incident has highlighted the need for improved early warning systems, better infrastructure, and more effective disaster response mechanisms. Thank you for watching this news video. We'd love to hear what you think about this story, so please leave your comments below. We read them all and appreciate your insights. Join us again in our next strange story. Until then, goodbye.